Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France Tech G456 game with Kristen 2, Gold, Silver, and Fofo. Looking at this first pile, Master of None seems fine. I think Riverman is pretty weak. Sunday Worker's okay. Sugar Daddy's okay. Botanist is fine. Guildmaster can be good. Usually I like to have some way of getting stoned before I commit to Guildmaster, but Guildmaster's a pretty solid pick. I think if Botanist comes back, then I have a pretty good incentive to take stone. Yeah, Master of None seems like it fits in just about any strategy, so it's maybe more flexible, but I think it's probably a bit weaker. So let's go with Guildmaster. Same with Sugar Daddy. Sugar Daddy's if you play it, Sugar Daddy is going to be pretty good, but its use case is pretty narrow. Like, you have to get to stone and then have at least one other occupation that you want to play once you get to stone, and that's asking a lot more. This is a pretty slam dunk manufacturer here. If I thought manufacturer might come back, I would leave it and take like Raiding Maniac, Gardener's Wife. Yeah, I like Raiding Maniac quite a bit, but how do you not take Manufacturer after first picking Guildmaster, right? Immigrant Son is quite good. If you want to play 7 occupations, I might not necessarily want to with this draft. Clay Plasterer, if I'm going to rush to clay as soon as I can, then building clay rooms cheaper would be pretty good. We've also got Delivery Man. Delivery Man's fairly solid. So if I'm going to only build 1 room, then Clay Plasterer gives me 4 clay, where Delivery Man gives me 3 clay and 3 wood. I think we probably take Clay Plasterer here. We want to reno really quickly. Alright, I think Tarzan is pretty good. I like Good Friend, and Good Friend, if it gets me 2 stone, or if it gets me a stone and a read. Like, what the thing with Good Friend is, does it get you a stone and a read early? That's kind of the determining factor on whether it's good or not, because it's going to get you a couple wood throughout the game, so it's fine. But the real question is, am I going to get a stone or a wood from it? The stone helps me play my Guildmaster stuff. The reed helps me reno and build clay rooms. Alternatively, I could take something like Tarzan, which I think Tarzan is pretty... it's fine. You need a way to hold the animals. I think we're going to take Good Friend here. Then we're going to hope that there are a couple stone cost miners and a couple reed cost miners in the game. So this is a game where we love the Reedstone food action. The more times we can take Reedstone food, the fewer stone our opponents have for building the guilds. We also like seeing guild upgrades. Otherwise, just want to make sure that I'm building and growing. The big advantage of Manufacturer, the ability to play Family Growth and then build like the pottery is pretty awesome. And now imagine if I basically build the pottery for free, right? Because Manufacturer I can pay 2 clay, Guildmaster can give me 4 clay back. So I can actually gain resources from playing the pottery, which is pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Man, I really should not have streamed on Thursday night. I was pretty late for work on Friday. And I was just really tired. Did not have a great day. But I've been playing a lot of Magic Arena. Ranked draft is out for Theros Beyond Death, and I went 7-1 in my first 2 ranked drafts, so that's pretty excellent. Gaining gems, gaining their premium currency as I'm doing it, which is nice. Was thinking about going and playing again in real life this afternoon, but got some news that made me decide that maybe I want to save a bit of money. Basically gonna have to move in a couple months, so we're getting kicked out. Unless, of course, whoever buys it wants to keep it as a renter's place. That would be pretty nice. Would be pretty nice. Do I want a sugar daddy here, or do I want to take botanist? I think the odds that I play botanist before I do very many stone accumulation spaces is pretty low, and the big advantage of manufacturer is that you don't have to do stone actions. So I think we're looking at one of the other options. Riverman is pretty weak, but maybe I like it because of the Basket Maker's Workshop. But I mean, Sugar Daddy's just a pretty solid all-around card. The timing on Gardener's Wife will be awkward because I don't probably not going to have time to play another occupation before I family growth. Like Good Friend, Clay Plaster, Manufacturer, Guildmaster. All 4 of those want to come out before my first family growth. So I don't think I'll take Gardener's Wife here. I think we'll take Smuggler. Smuggler I can play, like if I Sugar Daddy and then Smuggle, Sugar Daddy can get me like a cattle, and then Smuggler can get me like a grain and a vegetable or whatever. Something that I don't already have. And we're actually going to take Martial Artist here. With Manufacturer, I play the guilds as miners, so I might have a couple excess miners that I want to throw away for food with Martial Artist. Whoa, we got some great cards here. Riding Plow is fantastic. Fish Trap is quite good, and especially I think I probably have to take Fish Trap here, because if I don't take Fish Trap, the player behind me is going to start player to get on Reedstone Food a couple times, which makes it difficult for me to hit all of my stuff. So I think I have to take Fish Trap here. Yeah. Oh wow, some more great cards. Well, we're pretty happy to see Clockwork Man. I mean, Dormer is going to be fantastic for someone who I passed Melon Patch to, and Apiary. But we've got Diamond Mine. How do we not take Diamond Mine here, right? Like, Apiary is great, but how do we not take Diamond Mine? We have to take Diamond Mine. Gets us stone for our guilds, like, just fantastic. Fantastic card. Honestly, the draft is going pretty well. I'm passing good stuff to my opponents, but overall, draft is going really well. Oh, they're doing cheap drafts this afternoon. Oh, if I'd known they were doing cheap drafts, I might have gone and played. Oh, well. That's okay. We're playing this, and I wanted to stream anyways, so. Oh, I got some moves. This game would have been a total blowout, except for how late I'm getting my... Look, it's round 12, and I'm getting my first family growth action. I'm not even getting my first family growth action. Like, it's round 12. And I haven't got on family growth even with room yet. Like, oh, man. So ridiculous. But, I mean, we get 2 cattle, and we've got milking stool and milking hand, so... It's a pretty great move. And this game, I think whether or not I win is determined by how much planter box stuff I get, which means I need crops. I also have Mason, so I can jump up in Reno. Plow Sow's available. Whoa. Whoa, Plow Sow's available. After, what was my first move? My first move was Family Growth Planter Box, and Plow Sow came back. Yikes. Oh no, I can't go there. Because of, whoops. Sure. Cancel. I need to leave a space for my Mason. That's a hard part about this, is that you totally lose the plot on what's happening in the games. But yeah, probably last action, Reno. I guess I could take 2 boar. 2 boar is pretty good. I kind of like Reno though, so I can play my Mason, so I can Family Growth. I don't know. Looks good. What do we get here? Nothing too outstanding. Bread machine is fine, although I don't really have a baking game. Cow chips is fine. Oh, I should close this, because it's going to eat up my video card. Watering can I like. Field I like. Is this a field game? No, I think we could take cow chips or bread machine. With Smuggler, maybe I want to build a baking improvement, but I think we just take cow chips. Cow chips can be a couple extra points. Like, it can be like 2 or 3 points. If you sow 1 extra vegetable, it's an extra point. So that works out pretty well. Hey, Sansol's playing Arena too. Oh, Chris wants to do another tournament. October 2020. I guess it's good content. I guess I should play. I get kind of annoyed just because of the format and stuff, but I guess I can play. I want to do more 2015 edition content anyways. Do more boîte de jeu too. Because I think a lot of people play on boîte de jeu. I think it's got a pretty big... It's slow though. Like, the games just, yeah, they take a long time. And it's hard because, like, if I'm at work and I see that I've got it's like, oh, there's a game, or there's a move I can do in my game, and it's like, I don't always take the time to go through and check what my opponents have done. So it feels a bit more like solitaire. I don't think the interaction is as, it takes more time to replicate that level of interaction, to check, oh yeah, Mason's in the game, oh yeah, Church Warden, stuff I saw in the draft, etc., etc. I think I'll take Candy Room here. Ruins is not bad. think I'd take can with Sugar Daddy. I have some incentive to go to a stone house a bit early. I like the Reedstone food action space, and then if Beast Statue won't come back. This is the only card I'm getting out of this pack. I guess I could take like Sleight of Hand as well. Reed Nursery is also very pickable too. I think I'm between Candy Room and Sleight of Hand. We'll take Candy Room. Whoa, Riding Plow came back. That is crazy. Definitely taking Riding Plow. Great card. And Apiary came back too. Okay. This is one of those games. And Watering Can is fantastic as well. All right. Well, so the basic plan is Good Friend, Clay Plaster, Manufacturer, Guildmaster. Want to play all of those occupations before I hit a Reno plus Major Improvement action. Probably Reno plus Basket Maker's Workshop or Reno plus Pottery. Gain resources from playing that card. And then go into building clay rooms and then family growthing and building the remaining guilds. How many rooms I build will probably be strongly determined by how early I get my first family growth, because it'll determine how many actions I have, whether I have time to go back and do another clay grab, for example. So then after I've done my family growth thing, go to a stone house, play Sugar Daddy, play Smuggler to get, Sugar Daddy can get me vegetables, Smuggler can get me grain and cattle, whatever. And then try to hit 6 fields. And fencing might be kind of tough. My fencing might be kind of ugly, like 12 on 6 spaces, for example, or 12 on 4 spaces. But if I can get some solid crop points as well as some big guilds, it should be a pretty strong game. We start in 3rd. So I think I'm going to start player Fish Trap here. I do like Occupation, but I also like getting on Reedstone Food. So I think 3 wood into start player Fish Trap is a good start. I could also play Good Friend with this action, but there's a chance I get Reedstone Food into Good Friend next round. And if I don't get Reedstone Food into Good Friend, I might get Reedstone Food into, a couple clay or something. I might play Martial Artist, I might not. Like, it might end up being the case where I just want to toss Watering Can and Candy Room. And maybe Apiary as well, if I don't think I'm going to get fields until the end of the game. But I do get crops pretty easily with Sugar Daddy and Smuggler, so that might be determined pretty strongly by how much stone I have, and how many actions I have too, of course. Like how quickly I can make all that happen. So Goldsilver played Storyteller. So I'm guessing Goldsilver is doing this because he got Melon Patch and because he got the vegetable card where you pay 1 reed less for all your stuff. But Storyteller is pretty weak on its own. He's literally just playing it here so that he can get an extra vegetable, like get earlier access to a vegetable than normal. And then Wood Collector for Kristen, good card. So we don't want to see Private Forest. We don't want to see, start player Stone Miner or something from Fofo. We want to see Fofo take 2 clay because Sheep came in round 1. So now we start player fish trap. So fish trap, whenever you fish, reed, or reedstone food, you get an extra food. Which is a good space. Very good space. Or very good miner. Because those spaces are all pretty good already. Fishing is the weakest, but 2 reed is great, reedstone food's great. So guys, if you're watching, say hello. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. So I get occupation or 3 wood. I don't really like 3 wood that much in this game because I'm not planning to build a wood room, but 3 wood is fine. Okay, so acrobat. So it's not just the storyteller. It's also acrobat. So he can take a vegetable and then jump to plow a field, and then he's going to sow. Looks good. Also, gold silver being nice and using the expensive occupation space. Maybe because he thinks he will get occupation back, which doesn't seem likely. But, you know, being nice to Fofo and I guess. I would love to play Good Friend here. Nope, Turkey Breeder. Okay. Want to play Good Friend because the earlier you get it out, the better. You want to get it out before people play their early start player actions. Yeah, I think we just 3 wood here. Gold silver should trigger his acrobat, and then fofo. I'm not sure what fofo will do. Maybe start player, maybe major minor fireplace. Oh, gold silver is playing start player raspberries. Okay, wants raspberries out for his fields, so he gets a food from jumping from his 3 food to the field. I don't love this start player though because he's gonna have to first action traveling players next round, and if he doesn't, it's going to be kind of sad because the rest of us are going to start blocking him. Fofo does build the fireplace. Like how I said, I wanted to play 4 occupations before I family growth, and it's round 3 and I haven't played knock yet. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. So we like 4 clay this round. If we can occupation into 4 clay, that's pretty good. Four clay is enough for that first room. So here's a question. Do we still play Good Friend? Yes, I'm going to do it. I guess I don't really care. So, like, I want to do Reedstone Food, and then I want to play Occupation. And I want to take Clay, and I want to play Occupation. Those are my... That's what I want to do for the rest of the next couple rounds. Kristen plays Occupation Writing Maniac. That's a good one. Probably took Graduate, I'm guessing. Because I don't think we saw Graduate come back. I'm guessing Kristen may be planning to play all 7 occupations. Or maybe Immigrant Son. There's a couple. There's Immigrant Son, and then there's the other card. Graduate. It's a couple incentives to play 7 occupations here. Also, Goldsilver did get his traveling players back, so that worked out well for him. I didn't think it was going to, but obviously it worked out really well, so that's nice. Kristen needs food, might start player into 4 food fishing, might just 3 food fish. Probably depends on her miners. We could have waited to not give her any competitive advantage, because she kind of gains a competitive edge by not announcing her order until she sees like the next couple moves. But whatever. It's not worth slowing the game up. It's a very small difference. Yeah, now Goldsilver jumps to plow. Nice. And Kristen did take the food as we predicted. Alright. So Fofo's got a nice start. Well on the way to building a room and got a fence stable with a fireplace and access to 4 sheep, which is awesome. Goldsilver, a little slow, but he's going to gain a lot of value over the course of the game. Probably going to see him sow with one of his 2 moves. Yeah, Reedstone food into sow makes sense. What do we like? We like 2 reed here. I think we like 2 reed into occupation. Because we do get a food from it. And then we can occupation play clay plaster, for example. I mean, if the first room falls into our lap, we can build the first room, but I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure Kristen will build a room with this move, because she's got an extra wood coming in from her wood collector. Yep. And Kristen being immediately after us is bad. If family growth is anything other than round 5, us building a wood room would not secure us the second family growth. So just more and more incentive for me to go for a clay house. So I think that's fine. Also, Good Friend has not triggered yet, which really sucks. Oh, interesting. Goldsilver going to hit the traveling player space again. So I guess planning figures it's worth sowing 2 vegetables, and then playing his minor improvement that saves him on reed later. I guess he has 2 reed now, so the minor improvement is less valuable. We'll go ahead and play clay plaster here. We can build clay rooms, but we don't have to. We still get to see what the round 5 occupation is before we make any decisions there. Or what the round 5 space is. If it's family growth, then I'll build a wood room for sure. But if it's anything other than family growth, I think I will probably reno. If it's reno instead of family growth, I think I'm probably renovating. Alright, let's go. I want to see. I might even be impatient. And if it's round 5 is reno, I might play manufacturer into, reno pottery, because Guildmaster does give me stuff retroactively. It's better when you play it before, but it still does work retroactively, so it's not awful. Kristen plays Occupation Gardener's Wife. Alright. Oh, I need to feed 4. I do need food as well. If I'm going to play another occupation, like if I'm going to go and play Guildmaster next round, I do need to hit Reedstone food. Let's do that with our first move. It also kind of polices the stone, which I do want to do. Pretty sure goldsilver will build a room with his next move. Might so as well. Still lots to be determined there. There's Gardener's Wife, I didn't show it. What came back? Project Servant. Oh, fun. Yeah, he already hits the first 2 things. 2 stone fields renovated to, or 2 stone fields renovated to stone. He's already hit the first 2 goals, so that's quite nice. Still nothing triggering Good Friend, which is really bothering me. We'll go ahead and play Manufacturer here. Planting our flag as we're going to hit start play. We're going to reno Manufacturer next round. And we could first move Guildmaster, second move reno, or we can play that retroactively. So Kristen's going to start player Country Silo. Finally triggers Good Friend. Oh, you know what works with Graduate? Clockwork Man. Forgot about Clockwork Man in the draft. So that works with Graduate. So we could have a pretty nice Graduate game with Writing Maniac. So this card could be Graduate. I should check what she announced. You know what? Actually, that's unfair. I shouldn't check what she announced. Because in a real game, you wouldn't be able to know that ever. Kristen, start player Sleight of Hand. Is she going to get some stone here? Yeah, she is getting stone. Oh, she's got ruins. Using Sleight of Hand to enable ruins. Okay, that's fine. Just as long as it's not playing guilds. If she goes for guilds, I would be annoyed. Goldsilver might first move 6 clay here. If he does, then the pottery's kind of at risk. So then me playing the Guildmaster before building the pottery would be a little risky. Yeah. Unless fofo blocks the major minor space. That would be cool. But yeah, the pottery looking pretty good there. So we're going to reno and do this first. Unlikely that he builds Basket Maker's Workshop. More likely that he builds the pottery. So we're going to build the pottery for 2 stone. We want to keep clay to build a clay room. So Gold silver goes for the cooking hearth. Okay. Makes sense. He's gonna sow some grain. Makes total sense that he's gonna build a cooking hearth to feed his vegetable. Kristen does need some food. So we're gonna get a stone out of her playing ruins. That doesn't really change anything. Fofo's looking like he wants to build 2 rooms at once. I think what we do here... I think we play Guildmaster here. We could build a room. I think I like playing Guildmaster here. I think playing Guildmaster means that I might get plus. So there's going to be 2 4-wood actions and a 6-wood action. Kristen family gross. Gold silver is obligated to start player. If he doesn't start player, then I will start player. And even if fofo family gross to block me, I don't care because I'm going to start player build the basket maker's workshop, which I'm totally happy to do. So yeah, immigrant's son. Very nice. Good payoff for the writing maniac. Has cost her quite a bit. Like her feeding is in... She has some trouble with her feeding, but... She's playing shipyard here. Not ruins. Okay. I guess she's just thinking about building the well, maybe. But how's she gonna feed? She needs a lot of food with her second move. Gold silver plays Clockwork Man. There's a stone. I get a S from Good Friend. So I get 4 wood. No, I can't take 4 wood. What am I doing? Oh, I need food. And I need food really badly. I can starve Kristen pretty badly by taking fishing. Alternatively, I would not do that and do something else. I could reedstone food. If I reedstone food, then maybe I can double build clay rooms at... Yeah. Reedstone food or fishing. It's a difference of 3 food for getting a reed and a stone. I think we have to say sorry to Kristen. Yeah, Kristen made a mistake not leaving herself open for building the clay oven here. She should have predicted that she was going to get a grain from silo at some point, and then she could build the clay oven with this move. And I think that would have been pretty good. Just a day labor, yeah. Pretty brutal. That was brutal of me. I guess I could have taken the 4 wood if I'm going to second action major minor basket maker's workshop. But I don't know if I want to do that. Gold silver takes 4 wood. When are you going to sow your grain, man? If you're going to sow your grain or sow your vegetables, you should sow your vegetables. Like, that's the advantage of doing that this early. Kristen says, knew I should have kept the clay. That was dumb of me. Yeah. We'll go ahead and play the Basket Maker's Workshop here. And then we can take a good... so we pay a stone and a reed. And then we get plus reed, reed, reed. And then we feed a reed and a food. I could take clay first move, but I'm kind of hoping that I'll good friend get a clay at some point, and then that'll be enough for me to build 2 clay rooms. Because fofo should take 6. Oh, goldsilver changed. Oh, that's irritating. Oh, goldsilver changed what he did. So there's only one 5-wood room. 5-wood action. So then if I start player, he's going to stable block me. Okay, spinny here. Sure. So that means there's going to be lots of 6-wood actions. Well, 5-wood actions, technically, because 1 to the spinny. So Kristen will pretty reliably get a grain every 2 rounds, it looks like. So I'll go ahead and start player here. I want to get the joinery out. Pay 2 wood, get another 2 wood. So fofo can stable block me, but if he does, he had to stable block me, so I'm not too worried about that. And I've gotten all 3 of my guilds, which I'm quite happy about. And then my second move can be for clay to set up for building a room next, building 2 rooms. There's 3 stone available. I assume fofo is stable blocking me. Yeah, it does stable block me. That's fine. He's got 5 sheep, so I can't really threaten to steal the sheep. Kristen probably will steal the sheep. So I think we just take the clay here. Yes, Kristen definitely going for those sheep. She needs food. Wants food for her writing maniac. I could almost first action take the wood. The wood's not bad. I don't know. I'm at 9 wood already. I need somewhere around 17 wood this game. Riding plow plus 13 fences. Occupation botanist for Kristen. That's quite nice. So she gets to take the 4 stone next round. I think we build 2 rooms here. And force fofo to first action family growth. And if he first action family growth, I might start player with my second move. Start player Diamond Mine is not a bad move. Start to get my stone for my Stonehouse Reno. Wonder where Half Timbered House ended up. Kristen does have a lot of stone. She might have it. Fofo playing spit roast. Alright, well this board is pretty weak, so I don't love having to keep doing start player actions, but I think it's probably correct in this situation. Kristen builds a stone oven now. Yeah, like even though my fishing action was really brutal for her, she's still gonna have a great game. Just because she got that first family growth. The immigrant's son is working really well with her writing maniac. She does need a ton of wood, so that's where she is lagging behind. But I mean, Gold, Silver, Fofo, and I all have a good amount of wood, so she might find that she has a bit easier time getting wood, especially because of the spinny. Is that correct? No, I guess spinny does make it harder to get wood, but it makes it so that you're more likely to be able to get 6 wood actions, depending on what Gold, Silver is doing. Does depend on what Gold, Silver is doing. The manure shoveler, nice. Yeah, this is a nice card. And he's gonna get vegetables off of it. Project triggers on the pasture. Very nice. Turkey breeder plus project servant. Nice interaction. The well is still available. What am I feeding? Clay to food. Pick up a stone. Go ahead and play family growth, and we'll play... Oh, we'll go ahead and play riding plow here. Apiary is not really worth anything until riding plow is in play anyways, so it's a little early for it, but that's fine. So I only really need about 6 more wood, because riding plow is going to cover 6 spaces, so fencing 12 in tight is fine. And yeah, I guess more wood is good for smuggler. If smuggler is going to get me food, more wood does fuel my smuggler, so that's something. Kristen and Gold Silver both immediately take the wood actions, and then we've got Fofo playing Steel Plow. I guess Acrobat, and then Immigrant Son, and then Steel Plow is why Riding Plow came back to me. Also, Riding Plow triggers my good friend, so I get a stone. There's 4 reed there. Should I take the 4 reed? Or should I take Reedstone Food and Reno next round? Reno next round would let me start playing cards like Sugar Daddy, and it would let me play Reno plus Candy Room. Yeah, getting the Reno out seems pretty good. Yeah, Reno plus Candy Room. And then the Reedstone Food space has a bonus point on it. The fishing space has a bonus point on it. And I already like those spaces a bit better anyways because of fish trap, so plus a food and a bonus point on each space. Looks pretty good. Gold Silver's got Animal Breeder. Whoa, there are some good cards in this game. So while I did pull together a pretty solid combo, Animal Breeder, Wood Collector, there's some really good cards in this game. No clay yet from my good friend, and no read yet. Usually the read is what determines whether it's good or not, so the fact that I haven't gotten a read is a sign that it has not been good. Gold Silver might take the 3 wood. He also might fence here. So there's a chance I get 6 wood with my first action next round. Really 5 wood, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with 5 wood. There's also the reed, a ton of reed there. These guys do need reed for renovating. There's the well. Well's in check, guys. Well for Kristen. Yes, mine and Puffin. There we go. Hey, I do get the... Oh no, Fofo might take the wood here. No, he is doing his fencing, steel plow fencing. So, plow sow should be pretty low priority. I mean, Kristen will like it. Gold Silver will like it, sort of, but not not amazed by it. Fofo, again, he wants plow sow once. If plow sow comes around 12, I should have a pretty easy time getting on it at least once. Kristen plays Occupation Layabout. Nice. We get the wood. Fofo is the one with Melon Patch. Nothing I predicted about this game has come true. I thought Krista would have Graduate and Clockwork Man. No, Gold Silver has Clockwork Man. I thought Gold Silver will have Melon Patch. No, Fofo has Melon Patch. Just nothing's gone the way I expected it to. So I can plow 3 fields and then reno Candy Room, I think. Or I guess I should probably take the 5 reed, because that 5 reed is looking pretty appealing to my opponents. It denies me quite a bit. Gold Silver playing Amusement Park. This is quite the game. Just there's a lot of points. Take and get a food. Maybe I should fence with my last move. I'm pretty sure Gold Silver will fence, but if he doesn't fence, maybe I should fence. Give myself access to the 2 boar, 4 sheep next round. Yeah, I figured the cattle aren't going to make it, but the other 2 might. Although Fofo needs some food, so Fofo might just take 3 sheep as 6 food. Yeah, gold silver fences. Figured. Hey, it's his project servant as well here by sowing the green and vegetable for melon patch. Very nice. Very nice. Fofo's had an extremely synergistic game. I really like the way it's come together. I could plow here. Plowing is nice. I could reno here. Renovating is nice. Renovating gives me access to Sugar Daddy. It gets the candy room out. Yeah. Reno and play candy room. And then feed R, C, F. So the 5 food fishing space is pretty good. We're gonna definitely family growth apiary. So I think what our 3 moves are probably gonna be, they're probably gonna be plow 3 fields, and then occupation sugar daddy, getting a vegetable or a grain, and then playing family growth apiary, sowing the vegetable. And then in round 13, we would then play smuggler, getting a grain, or getting another vegetable maybe. No, grain would be fine. I guess the effect of smuggler is not very impactful. Gold silver is going to first action field here. Yeah, he does not care about plow sow at all. At all. So Fofo will very happily plow sow here. But that means I get to plow, so that's pretty good. I am passing up on 4 wood to do this, so that does hurt a little bit, but getting my apiary going is going to be pretty strong. I guess I could take the 4 wood. Thing is, if I don't play smuggler in this sugar, or if I don't play sugar daddy in this round, I probably don't get sugar daddy and smuggler next round. So that's a thing. I'm not sure. I think I like the idea of playing sugar daddy here. I could also fish. Fishing is pretty appealing for my opponents to block. Gold Silver illegally triggered his animal breeder and is not listening or not responding to chat. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Anytime now. There we go. So I play my sugar daddy, getting a vegetable. Family growth apiary, sowing a vegetable. Unfortunately, both the clay actions got taken this round. Don't really know why Kristen needed clay. Is she going to build another clay room? Or maybe looking at the clay oven? Don't love that move, but that's okay. Would have liked the clay to keep accumulating, of course, because I want good pottery actions for round 14. Obviously, Fofo needed the clay to reno. Gold Silver needs clay to reno as well, actually. So, all right, we're getting past bartering shack here. Not likely to play it myself. Although turning a cattle into, you know, a 2-reed, a clay and a wood for a point and some food might be worthwhile. If I have an extra cattle, for example. Like if I play Smuggler and get a cattle this round, I could do something along those lines. Looks like we're getting past Plow Sow here, which I actually don't really care for Plow Sow. I almost want to start player. Fofo first action fences. Makes sense. I guess I'll block Plow Sow, sure. Although I kind of want to Plow Sow next round, and nobody else really wants to Plow Sow. I almost wonder if I should take wood with my first move here. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting Plow 1 field back at some point this round. I think I like taking 3 wood here. 3 wood and then Occupation Smuggler. Smuggler can get me a cattle for start player cow chips. Because I might have to start player to be able to get a fence action in round 14. Because Gold Silver will fence again if given the opportunity. Now, having joinery makes it a little less painful if I don't get fencing, but there's just no way you can win without having fences on the farm. Not with my game. I have to have a complete farm with reasonable farm points, and then also nice guild points, nice improvement points. So there's going to be 4 clay next round. So he took Bartering Shack. Gold Silver might be really screwing me over here. Stealing my thing. Played 900 games. And still does not know that cards go to the person after. Played 900 games, you should know how Animal Breeder works. And how passing miners work. What a guy. Did he fix his? So clay R, wood. I guess it's spinny. Okay, yeah, they're saying it's from spinny. Sure, that's fine. When does apiary trigger? End of each work phase. So I might not trigger apiary this round, I guess. So then I think my last two moves are start player cow chips and then 6 food fishing, getting an extra food in a point. And then I can turn 2 wood into 2 grain, and then my plow sow action will be pretty excellent. Although it's not like I trigger cow chips. Because I don't have my fencing done. Well, the plow sow action will still be a lot of points. And then watering can will also be worthwhile to come back and play later. The game has been pretty quick. Just annoying when there's a lot of like little mistakes that we have to keep going back and correcting. Oh, here's my smuggler. So I played the smuggler to turn 2 wood into 2 grain and get a 2-point cattle. Oh, Fofo gonna start player here, it looks like. Oh, maybe it's Reno. It might be Reno Field. Might be start player field, might be Reno field. Reno field, okay, cool. So actually got past some pretty good stuff for my martial artist. So martial artist will be worth some food in the last round. Kristen saying she messed up so badly with her sleight of hand it's not recoverable. Yeah, that was certainly a blunder. Boy, I wish I had an occupation that let me Oh, this is such a troll. This is such a troll here from Fofo. Oh, come on. So Fofo is taking takes wood, which he doesn't appear to need, but he gives a wood to goldsilver, so that goldsilver now can fence with his first move. Oh, what a troll. Oh wow. I think we just continue, and we hope that goldsilver does not first move animal breed, which he might not. F and J. Candy room. Harvest. How do we feed? Eat a reed, I guess, probably. Eat a clay. Probably eat a clay. Clay, reed, 3 food. Two wood to 2G. So we'll hit a massive plow sow here. I could keep one resource behind to apiary later. Apiary actually has not done anything for me, which is unfortunate. I could keep a resource behind to apiary later, but the odds of it being relevant are pretty low. Because if I say I sow a vegetable, you know what? Let's actually not sow a V. Is Kristen gonna take her revenge here against me? Yeah, she does take her revenge. Oh well, that happens. That means I don't get to fence. So I can build some stables. Want to play a miner. Okay. Miners are good, aren't they? Yeah, salt. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I'll do 4 stables. 4 stables is fine. Four stables, and then sheep is 2 points. Martial artist is probably more than 2 points. Yeah, the animal breeder was quite brutal. Just put so much pressure on the fencing action. And you could say that maybe I should first action fence here, because if I first action fence, there's actually probably like plow sow won't come back, but plow and sow probably will. So you can say, hey, and how good is my sow action actually? My sow action is probably only a 2-point move, whereas not hitting the fences is obviously like really brutal. I mean, it was a gamble, I think. Like, I think it's pretty clear that plow would have come back. I don't know if sow would have come back as well. That's kind of the meat and potatoes of it. And I mean, this move from Kristen just seems really nice to goldsilver. Because now goldsilver gets Reno fence. I mean, goldsilver could have fenced anyways if he wanted to, right? But she's handing him fence with his last move, and I know it doesn't seem good to me, but oh well. Oh well. So what do we have left to do? So we'll eat a wood. Eat a wood. So probably Reedstone Food is a 2-point move at this point. And then play Martial Artist. I guess we don't have a lot of points left available. I could play Bartering Shack. Bartering Shack could get me 2 wood, 2 reed, which would be 2 points. Reedstone Food seems to also get me that many points. I think we probably play Martial Artist either way. Grabbing a boar, I suppose. Kristen plays Stone Chimney. Well, I mean, my opponents had pretty well constructed games, so that just happens sometimes. I had a pretty nice game going. I think the way the family growth queue was a little bad for me. I don't know. I didn't pressure the family growth very much. Fofo's going to have a massive, massive farm here. 4-room stone house, 4 family members, 4 fenced stables. Look at all his animal points. Fofo had a very, very strong game. This combo was ridiculous. Turkey breeder plus project servant with round 1 sheep. I think that was probably going to be difficult for us to beat. Reedstone Food, is that good? How many points is Reedstone Food here? Reedstone Food is 2 points. 1 reed, 1 candy room. Playing Bartering Shack is gotta be more than that, right? Yeah. Oh no, Bartering Shack I have to pay the animal. What am I saying? No, Bartering Shack is not better. Reedstone Food, sure. Toss field and barter, feed 8. And apiary sow. So I have whatever I score plus 3 for cow chips and my 2-point stone, my 2-point candy room. So I'll have a respectable farm, but nowhere near what it would have needed to. Oh, 42, that's pretty awful. Fofo's at like 50 something though, so yep, not really close. Not really close. Yeah, Kristen comes in last. Looks like. So yeah, 42. The losing streak continues. Yeah, Fofo was way ahead. So I mean, the fencing difference is not major. The difference between me hitting fence and not is not what would determine whether I win or not. The fact that Fofo just got so many 6 wood actions was basically what cost us the game. Oh, I guess I could 2 wood into 2 grain. I didn't think about that. I mean, it's a point either way, so it's a wash, yeah. Gold Silver hits 43. So yeah, the 3 of us were pretty tight, but then Fofo just destroyed us. I mean, that's what happens when you let multiple 6 wood actions go off. $42 already announced. Just gotta scroll up. Yeah. So, yeah. Basically, what happened in this game, here's my breakdown. Kristen and Gold Silver didn't set up their stage 1 and stage 2s were not very good. When we give multiple, yeah, so we give Kristen and Gold Silver multiple stage 1 and stage, yeah, so Gold Silver put a lot of effort into getting his vegetables sown, but then never actually sowed them. So then he wasn't eating his vegetables and having to take food otherwise, which made no sense. And then the other thing that happened is Kristen didn't set up her feeding well, so she had to put all of her effort into just feeding in stage 2, which meant that Fofo was just allowed to get multiple 5 wood and 6 wood actions. And so I maybe should have adjusted and then also just competed on those wood actions and done more start players and that kind of thing myself. But the problem was I'm sitting after Fofo. So that means I also need to set up my family growth. And if I don't start player and anyone else does, then he gets to grow ahead of me. And also I'm setting up my guild master and my manufacturer and everything. So yeah, I feel like that's a game. I mean, obviously, had a really good combo, Turkey Breeder plus the Builder, and then the fact that Sheep came round 1 was just ridiculously good for Fofo. So, I mean, I think kind of those are the 3 factors. It was the other 2 players had kind of bad stage 1 and stage 2s, and then he had the good combo, and then the fact that we were sitting after him was a problem too. The fact that we weren't able to just pick those off without taking start player ourselves, because we didn't have time for the start player moves. We really didn't, so that happens. Yeah, losing streak continues, which is crappy. Lost like 4 or 5 in a row. I've lost like 5 of 9 or something. Lost 6 in a row. And then before that, I have a big losing streak too. I was doing quite well. I was winning like 50% of my games for a while, but this has not been good. Not good. Let's take a look at the draft. So first pick Guildmaster. Botanist's power is quite high. Sugar Daddy's power is quite high too. And Sunday Worker. Whoa. I'm pretty comfortable with this Guildmaster pick. Although, does it make me double down on a bad play? Like if I have taken, I don't know, Botanist. I wasn't thinking Botanist. I was thinking Master of None or Sunday Worker, I guess. Rating Maniac Sunday Worker is okay, but yeah, does it make me then draft suboptimally the rest of the way is the question. So I take Manufacturer here, which it makes sense with Guildmaster, but is it good otherwise? And then I go ahead and take Clay Plasterer. Did I need to take Clay Plasterer there? I think it worked out for what I did, but is that the best I could have done? Like, should I have taken Immigrant Son there? I mean, no, because I got Riding Plow, but I don't know that I'm going to get Riding Plow. Should I have taken Delivery Man? I don't know. Good Friend. Yeah, Good Friend underperformed, but nothing else here was really great. Tarzan, maybe, to get animals, but... So Sugar Daddy came back, yeah. Smuggler over Gardener's Wife. I think that was a good move with Sugar Daddy. So first pick Fish Trap, and Riding Plow came back. That's how weird of a game this was. There were lots of good cards here, though. Lots of good cards. Diamond Mine, sure. Red Machine Power 4. I guess it's a card that it's a free point, so free points are pretty much always good. But the games that it's good in, it's really good. Like getting bake actions that can't be blocked, that can be quite good. Was Candy Room the right pick here? Maybe I should have taken Sleight of Hand to redistribute my resources the way I needed them. I don't know. Riding Plow, sure. Apiary, sure. I mean, I have pretty good picks. Maybe we didn't play them correctly. Maybe going for the clay right away was not correct. Maybe should have just gone for wood grabs, built a wood room, and then renoed later and built more clay rooms later. Something along those lines. I don't know. I think the line of the game was pretty good. Probably... Yeah. Obviously, Fofo had a fantastic game, and the Animal Breeder was brutal for us. The Animal Breeder was really brutal. I guess part of the reason Fofo won by so much was because he and Goldsilver were basically the only players able to take and hold animals for the whole game. Because Kristen never got enough wood. That was a problem, too. Yeah, it was Kristen ending with 10 wood fences. So that meant there's lots of wood available for the other players, which there was, especially Fofo. So, all right, I'll play another. I think probably what I'm gonna do though is I will take the stream down momentarily just to cut off the VOD. So if you're watching live, refresh in about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to me for free on Twitch using your Amazon Prime membership. It's called Twitch Prime. And yeah, otherwise, guys, send me positive energy because this is quite the slump I'm in. All right. And otherwise, hope you enjoyed this little video. And we'll be back shortly. Bye.